in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I will be discussing with you in this reaction video, ladies and gentlemen, is about the combativeness of today's modern woman, black women in particular. And I know it's hard for you black men or any man of color to even believe that the modern day black woman could be disagreeable or disruptive. I know it's hard to understand that they could be combative, not the American black women. That's impossible. I know. But nevertheless, we're going to talk about it anyway. You know what I mean? We're going to try hard to find a few examples of combative black women. Okay, we're going to try it. I know it's going to be hard. Pray for me. But anyway, let me go ahead and put this on the screen for you. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hope y'all doing all right out there. Let's get it. I want you to understand her point of view as to why she's combative.
What would you say is a tip that you would have for her, Randy?
My first tip would be to remind yourself that your partner is not your enemy. A lot of the times, actually, Tripp and I had this conversation in the green room a couple weeks ago. A lot of the times, our ego pops up and we get defensive because we've never been critiqued and we've never been taught how to take criticism. Even down to the point where in the 80s, when people were raised, it was a village. And toward the 90s, it got to don't say shit to my kid. Or this is the generation of adults of don't say shit to my kid. So
She is 100% correct because I grew up in that time. I remember those days when they said you can't say nothing to my child. This is really at the start of where you started to see parents come to the schools and jump on the teacher's tail because the teacher was trying to correct their child, or when the principals or the children's teacher contacted the parents would go off on the teachers. Okay, this really when you started seeing it. For me growing up in the 90s, that's when I started hearing about that. You know what I mean? I've seen it, and she's absolutely right. I remember the time where if you try to correct someone else's child that wasn't your child, that child would tell the parent, and the parent would have an issue with the person who was just a stranger or just a person in the community that everybody knew. You know, it didn't come across as a threatening person, but they were trying to keep your child from doing something wrong. The parents started going against them. This is the quote unquote village that these women are complaining about not having anymore. How come the village isn't there? How come people in the community is not helping to raise our children? It's because you attack the villagers. You attack the people in the community for trying to give some correction. And I also came up in the time when I saw parents, not parents, but like other people would whip your child or correct your child. And then they would tell that child's parents what the child did. And then the parents would whip that child. You know what I mean? It was kind of like they all worked together for the betterment of the kid. But now you can't do that now. So she's absolutely right. The women, the children that grew up through that grew up underneath the mothers, because even back then, it was still single parent homes ran by mothers. Those children, there were daughters who grew up underneath those type of mothers. They have that mentality that you can't tell them nothing. You cannot give them constructive criticism. You cannot judge anything they do. You cannot, even if you say it to them nicely, who are you to talk to me at all? You ain't my daddy. You ain't my mama. This is the result of that. This is a result of that independent mindset and the result of a single parent home, which is ran by a mother. That's why these women are the way that they are. Like I've said before, the elders have failed these children. And I'm not talking about the elders who actually try to help the community. I'm talking about the ones who don't really give a damn. That ain't my problem. And this is a result of that right now. Let's keep going.
We ain't never been checked for real, and we've never been corrected. So now here we are in adulthood, not understanding and not knowing how to process being checked and being corrected. It's felt like an attack. So when I tell y'all this is literally like some current work that I'm doing, my best advice is, number one, like I said, remind yourself that your partner is your partner and not trying to attack you. Put that defense.
One thing I would like to say that a lot of things is perception. Perception is king or reality for a lot of people. Stop seeing your man as your partner, because when you say partner, that's like saying equals. That's like saying 50-50, okay? Start seeing your man as your husband or your man. because that elevates him. See, women are so used to being placed on the pedestal that they cannot understand how to put a man on the pedestal. You really should put the man on the pedestal because he's the worker and the provider, and he's protecting you. He's providing for you and your family and the kids. Hopefully it's his kid. Hopefully he ain't being a sucker raising another man's kid, and he thought that kid was his because she was out stepping out. You know what I'm saying? But men are what you call, quote unquote, the prize. If you want to call it that, we are. So you got to learn how to elevate that man. Stop saying that we are your partner because you put us on the same playing field or you make us lower than you. And the way you perceive us is going to dictate your attitude towards us. If you think we are valuable, then you're going to treat us as valuable. That's the attitude you're going to have. Like, that man is valuable. But if you say we are equals, it's going to be more like, yeah, you know, he cool, he all right, he average, you know what I mean? We get it together. It's a difference of opinion. It's a difference of attitude. Well, excuse me, what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's keep going.
It's down. That armor gonna come in good in some cases. You don't need it with your mate. Number 2, if you're at a space where you can't verbally have a conversation, write down how you feel. Write out your feelings to your mate and give them that note. And tell them that you only want to respond in letter form. And you guys communicate that way until you guys can figure out a way to approach each other in a respectful, communicative way where you guys can both receive it. Because the way you communicate might not be the same way that your partner communicates, and vice versa. The way how passionate you may be might not be received well to your partner. So it's really a matter of y'all taking a step back and saying, cool, if this is really the person I'm rocking with, we got to figure out how to get on the same page. And how we get on the same page at the foundation starts with respect. Showing up, speaking to each other respectfully, and pouring into each other respectfully. Like Super said, you wouldn't want your man talking to you crazy. You wouldn't want your man handling you disrespectfully. So,
ladies, if you want proper instruction as to how to talk to your man, talk to him the same way you talk to your supervisor. Talk to him the same way you would talk to your CEO of your business. Talk to them the same way that your boss or your professor or your whatever teacher would talk to them respectfully. It's sad I have to say that. Now, some of you will talk crazy to your supervisor too, but that's that lower level type of job. I'm talking about if you really up there getting money, you know, you're doing good, you wouldn't dare talk to your boss the same way you talk to your husband or your man. That's sad. That's very sad. You know why? Because it goes back to what I said before. You value your boss. And because you value your boss, you have a different attitude towards your boss. So if you were to value your man, you will have a better and different attitude towards your man. So if you really want to get along with your man, pretend he's your boss. Because apparently you honor a stranger or you honor a man who don't really care about you, who ain't coming home cooking you meals or when you're sick and stuff. You honor him more than you do the man who sleep next to you. So if you started treating your man like you do your bosses, maybe you will have more peace in your relationship. And that's a damn shame to say that, but it's true.
Instead of you jumping right to what's easy, going back to what A said, it's easy to be upset. It's easy to be mad. It's easy to be like, fuck that bitch and go into that energy. You know what's hard? It's hard to be like, yo, that hurt my feelings. That's hard as fuck sometimes. And trust me, as somebody, like I said, that's doing the work currently, sometimes it's a matter of you swallowing your ego to tell that person, hey, that hurt my feelings. Because anger is a secondary emotion. Dig deeper.
Now,
let me tell you something else, y'all. All that shit she said, write a letter to each other, you don't need to be in a relationship. If you got to write letters and send text messages to express who you are and you're both grown, man, don't get no damn relationship. Work out your issues. I'd be damned if I sit in my house and I'm paying for it, and my woman got to write me a damn letter to tell me how she feel, or I don't like what you said, and then she put two boxes at the bottom. Are you mad at me? One box says yes, and the other box says no. I'm not going to play these childhood games with you. I'm a grown-ass man. Get your ass some therapy, work out your issues, get you a femininity coach, get you a psychiatrist. Some of you might just need you might be bipolar, you might need some kind of medicine, whatever it is. You do that, because I'd be damned to waste my time where I have to write letters and shit to you. That people will only do that if you're already emotionally attached to that individual. Anybody who's not emotionally attached and trying to see if they want to be with that person wouldn't put up with that. Well, simps would. Alphas, no. Because that's pathetic, man. Beta would deal with that. Or someone to us. Man, I wish a woman tell me, if you get in a relationship with me, you got to write me a letter to let me know how you feel. Man, you better get the fuck out of here with that, man. All right, let me go ahead and put this other clip up here, man. The stuff I be seeing these women say, man, blows my mind, y'all. I'm sure it blows y'all mind, too, sometime. All right, let's get it.
You still not giving me an answer.
I just gave you the answer. Why do women get so defensive when they're called out on
because
something?
You don't want to be honest. You don't want to deal with the truth. You don't want to change.
We
what?
just don't want to deal with it.
Exactly. Why? Why is that an issue?
Because we kind of want to do what we want to do, and we don't see you guys.
Ain't no kinda we want to do what we want to do. Every mustard back heifer says, I want to do what I want. They want to do what they want with no accountability, y'all.
Men complain about things that are just sometimes just why? Why are you upset about it? You do. And I feel
because
like
there's something wrong.
For me.
And the only way to communicate and fix things is to address it.
I don't like to be told
and deal
that
with it and fix it.
I don't like to be told that I'm wrong. I don't like to be told when I'm wrong.
You hear that? And that's every damn one. I mean, they ain't just women. Men don't like to be told wrong either. But in the confines of this topic, they sure as hell don't want to be told wrong. They want you to pacify them. They want you to tell them that they right all the goddamn time. That's why they have a head hard as a brick, because they don't want to hear correction. They don't want to take criticism. You know why? And what's so crazy? Criticism and correction make you a better person. So what I'm really saying to you is that these women don't want to be better people. They want to stay just as rotten and ruined in their mindsets as they possibly can be. Ain't that sad?
Wrong.
That's established.
I get agitated when I find out that I'm wrong about something. Okay, I get agitated, and that's why I guess I get defensive, because I just want to do what I want to do. And no, it's not always right, but I just want to do what I want to do. And when you call me out, it makes me defensive, because I don't even understand why you would be calling me out. It's not that serious.
You see that? That's a woman's point of view. Why are you calling me out? It's not that serious. Now, if you say something about you, oh, it's serious. It's serious. No, man, you should be paying more attention to me. La, 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 la. Well, baby, I got something to tell you. What the fuck? You get what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this topic, man. I'll be rolling with you pretty soon. You take it easy now, you hear?